Hi there, I'm Michael with Fiddlershop.com, and today I'm settling the score on whether you can hear a difference between the harp tailpiece and a standard tailpiece. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, on a standard tailpiece, all the strings are the same length. From E to G, they're all on the same line, and that's whether it's a hill style or a French style or the tulip style. They're all kind of on the same level. But on a harp tailpiece, they go on an angle, so the G string is gonna have a longer after length, the length from the bridge to where the tailpiece stops, than on the E string. So in theory, you'll have a longer G string, which would mean more resonance, perhaps more power. But I think the biggest difference is that you're gonna have more people asking you, oh, what kind of tailpiece is that? Why did you change your tailpiece? Okay, all joking aside, I am genuinely curious about this because I have heard a lot about these, and it is something more that violists pursue, but violinists have increasingly become interested in it as well. And if you can get just even 1%, improved performance from your instrument just from changing the tailpiece, it adds up, especially if you can get maybe, half a percentage from getting a lighter fine tuner, or 1% from getting a lighter chin rest, or maybe 1% from using a different bow hair. All these little increments do add up to something more significant. So I'm genuinely curious to hear the difference. Okay, let's get to the comparison. I'm using a fabulous Benchmade violin by Peter White, who's downstairs right now, hand carving these amazing instruments right here in our Florida shop. And I'll have the link if you'd like to purchase this actual violin. Here we go. Well, I don't know if I can tell a huge difference without hearing them back to back like you just did, so I'm gonna hold off on my judgment. One of the big arguments for the harp tailpiece is, of course, that it lengthens the G and the D slightly, but also in doing that, it's a lighter tailpiece. And now I was only able to shave off 4 grams from the standard tailpiece to the harp tailpiece. The harp tailpiece is 4 grams lighter. And I did want to make sure I was comparing apples to apples here, and that I used an ebony tailpiece in both cases. But since I have you here, and I'm all set up, and I'm getting paid for this, let's push it to the extreme and compare the boxwood fittings, because now I can shave off 10 grams and see if that makes a difference. All right, well, that was fun. Aesthetically, it's not the most pleasing thing. It's kind of got this black and tan vibe going on, which, don't get me wrong, I like black and tans and everything, but if I was gonna do this, I would probably switch to a boxwood chin rest just to keep things matching. But sound-wise, I do actually like the sound of this Boxwood Harp Tailpiece. So is it worth changing out your tailpiece to get that incremental difference? It's a little bit of a difficult question to answer. It's not really that big of a hassle to change your tailpiece. It only takes a couple minutes. You just Have to make sure that you get your bridge back in the same place and just don't knock over your sound post while you're doing it. And really, they're not that expensive of tailpieces. At the very least, it'll give you and your stand partner something to talk about, and maybe your stand partner will think, you know, I still need to find another violinist for this wedding gig next weekend, and you seem like you take the violin very seriously and you'll do whatever it takes to get a better sound. I'm gonna hire you. Well, whatever happens, let me know in the comments below what you thought of the differences in these tailpieces. And we have all these different tailpieces, harp and standard, in many different wood varieties, all at fiddlershop.com. Now I'm gonna go change this tailpiece back to the standard one before Peter finds out what I did to his violin. So thanks for watching.